Welcome back, YouTube. As you can see, got the Courier in the background and my buddy Cody Puckett shop.
Hey.
Checking it out. First, let's show you his handiwork he did in here, and we're going to give you a quick little walk around and kind of basic rundown of everything he does here. So first, let's check out this masterpiece of a cage he did. For anyone that's ever seen these trucks or been around them, you would know they're super tiny. With that being said, I didn't want this thing to be any harder to get in and out of than it already is. So Cody came in here and did a real low slung door bar that dives off to our chassis reinforcement plates right here. And then obviously to our subfloor there. Just a nice, high, plenty of headroom here, diagonal, harness bar, which is kind of how this whole thing started, was just safety. And now we've taken safety kind of to the next level. Turned out really sweet, knocked it out for us exactly in the time that he said, for the price he said. One of the things I can't stand is when people lure you in with like an unrealistic time frame, or you know, like oh, let's do it super cheap, and then it's a different price when you get there. Nah, you ain't gonna get that. You ain't gonna get that around here. All right, Cody, so give us a quick rundown on who you are, what you've done, what the shop does. Just let the people know.
Yeah, so I'm Cody Puckett. This is Victory Fabrication, my race car fab shop here in Gainesville, Georgia. Do a little bit of everything, anything from full race car build, maintenance, suspension setup, to full chassis builds, to your resto mod, pro touring, street car stuff. So ton of LS swaps, like I said, a ton of one-off custom builds, mainly road race, autocross, pro touring stuff, a little bit of drag stuff here and there, but try to keep it in the road racing, autocross, hill climb world mainly.
Yeah, that's where you shine. And obviously this is we would call this the original hill climb car for you, and you can just see
she's been to some events.
yeah, she's been around the block a few times.
So this car has been raced now for going on, or this will be its 6th year next year. Started out as a kind of an autocross build, and then ended up doing some time trial stuff with it, and then got into the hill climb, which has been awesome. It's unlike anything I've ever done. So I built 2 of these cars prior to this one, and each one got a little bit more rowdy, I guess you'd say.
Right.
And then this one ended up being, you know, full tube chassis, wide body, you know, just hand built everything pretty much. So this is my 1937 International pickup, or what started as that maybe. I built this last year as my new hill climb car. It's a single turbo LS, dog box 4-speed, independent quick change now. I actually ran this car one event, the first event this year in Virginia, and had a throttle stick and absolutely wadded it up. So I basically brought it back, cut it in half, started over, and this is what it is now. It's almost ready to go again. We're actually going to run it in a couple weeks, hopefully. But yeah, complete tube chassis built right here. All fabricated double A-arm front suspension, electric power steering. Now it's Corvette based rear IRS with the Winners center section.
It's hard to beat double A arms.
Yeah, I wanted to do this the first go around with the build, but the Winners center sections are so expensive. I went with a straight axle quick change and a 4-link setup with a torque arm. But since I had to redo it all, I was like, man, let's just go ahead and do it, spend the money, and do the IRS. So with the dog box, with the 4-speed and the variety of racing I do, you have to have the ability to change the rear gear ratio.
Right, yeah, because you don't know if it's going to be, you know, 30-mile-an-hour corners,
yep.
60-mile-an-hour corners.
Exactly.
And you want to be in that optimal gear.
Yep, you want to be in the optimal gear, and it literally, I have notes for every hill, every track that I've been to of what gear to run. So I'm pretty close when I show up to the track, but there's always some fine tuning. So it's nice to be able to change that final drive.
Yeah, this thing is so unique. I mean, obviously it's just the remnants of a truck, but it's It's so stinking cool.
My thought process behind it was, I've been running the Camaro and it does really good. It normally wins its class, but overall times it was always second or third. It's heavy, big, you know, underpowered. So I was like, man, what can I build that's lightweight, still has the hot rod aspect to it, but maybe more competitive for overall wins. So this is kind of what I came up with, and I'm excited to really get it dialed in and try it out.
Yeah, this thing's going to be gnarly. The more you develop it, develop meaning the suspension,
yep,
the tune. Once you get just everything happy with it, I'm gonna say them boys are gonna be in trouble.
I hope so. We'll see.
And I'd love to see what they say of this thing when you show up to like LS Fest or something.
So the plan was to bring it to LS Fest this year, which was last weekend. Unfortunately, we had that wreck, so that put that on hold. But I really wanted to try to be the first grand champion autocross competitor to run a 9 in the quarter mile.
Ah.
So it has the power and the weight to do it. If you know it would hook up, you know, it's a different story. But we'll try to get next year to see how deep in the 9s we might can go, while also winning hopefully the 2 autocrosses there.
This one's a really cool sleeper. You know, like it's just Steelies. They got the little dog dishes for it, red rings at a stock-ish ride height. Yeah, well, not stock under there.
Yeah, this car kind of got the whole catalog thrown at it. Crate LS3, TKX 5-speed, Mustang 2 front suspension, coilovers, vintage air. So this is the other aspect of the shop, where definitely not a race car, but a pretty high-end classic street car.
Yeah.
Hopefully he drives and enjoys, and a lot of these cars never get driven, but
our stuff does, though.
our stuff gets driven hard. So I like to build them knowing or hoping, you know, he could drive this thing cross country and not have any problems.
Yeah, this thing's cool. I have a soft spot for this generation. I don't have the bank account for it,
No.
but when these things are done right, there was a couple of these up at the Triple Crown that, you know, with custom billet wheels to emulate the stock full face hubcaps. They're so cool. Go along with the fabrication, how about a full custom chassis? This is pretty sweet. Is this going to be like a pro touring kind of deal?
Yeah, it's plans to autocross it, maybe do some track day stuff, of course drive it on the street.
Love big window Apaches.
Yeah, big window Apache.
Oh, I already got the cage.
Getting a little bit of a roll cage, full tube chassis, 3-link rear, double AR in front. It'll have, you know, big 18 or 19 inch by 12 or 13 inch wide wheels, and it's actually getting a LS7 with a Whipple.
Okay.
He has that ready to go, so it'll be a neat truck. It's gonna be heavy, but it'll be a cool truck.
Yeah, these things are sweet. Really cool, and the patina on it, that's hard to beat.
This was a completely original. You brought me this truck completely original, like straight 6 factory frame, everything, and started tearing it apart and cutting it up.
Cut it up, let's make it better.
Yep.
Yeah, following along with the road race autocross thing, knockoffs, big Toyos, fall offs.
Fall offs. Yep, kind of old school, carbureted, small block. It does have a 5-speed. It is a tube chassis car with C4 based suspension front and rear.
Okay.
But it's power windows, AC. So this car's been sitting for a long time and needed a lot gone through, but it'll be wrapped up here shortly.
I love the flares.
Yeah, so based off the old Le Mans style Grand Sport.
Yeah, this thing is
vents
sweet.
And flares everywhere.
Yeah, nice color matched cage.
Yeah, I'm
sweet.
in the process of rewiring this one front to rear at the moment.
God, that's not, yeah.
Time consuming.
That is so time consuming.
Man.
Potentially, maybe, Cody's going to come over to the dark side of drifting.
We're going to give it a shot at least. At least I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, it's the most fun you can have with your pants on, but that's a different story. So, this car, he's actually had, was this your high school car or just had it since?
I've had it since high school, so it's had a few different engine and transmission combinations in it, and just a little driver that didn't have much money in. It's been sitting here, so I was like, man, let's get it going, get it out. Try this drifting deal everyone's talking about.
Yeah, worst case, I mean, if you find a different rear end, well, you know, change the gear, weld up the spiders, and if you cut up some knuckles, worst case, oh, drifting ain't for me, or it's not for this car. These knuckles you can get anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Rear ends are a dime a dozen, 10 bolts are at least.
Exactly. I'll have minimal amount of money in it, and if I don't like it, I can always put it back to how it was.
It's a straight shift. I mean, there's, and it's cool, like being a hardtop car especially.
Yeah, hardtop car, so.
Yeah, I grew up in a 88 convertible that actually I ended up with, and I love the cars, I hate convertibles. Yeah. That's one car, maybe the people out on YouTube can tell me if you would even be remotely interested in seeing. I thought about drivetrain swapping it to a hardtop car because you can buy the shells still pretty reasonably. But then again, it's just a 305 TBI and I guess it's a 700 R4. And it's like, that's not very fun. And at that point, like, do we just build a third gen? Do y'all even care about them? I love them. I grew up with them. Third gen Camaros and square body trucks, Chevrolet trucks. That was always my thing. Are y'all interested in those? Because I will get some tips from Cody and we'll make it handle or do something neat.
That's right.
You know, he's already got that stuff figured out.
That's right.
Oh, what do y'all think?
You know, these cars, they use the same rear suspension all the way up until the 4th gen. So the LS cars, LT and LS cars.
Really?
So it's still the same torque arm rear suspension. Just in the 4th gens, they went to a double A arm instead of the McPherson strut.
Right. Because there's not a lot of suspension options for these, as far as like handling stuff, right?
So actually, UMI in Pennsylvania, you can buy tubular lowers. These are actually their shock tower, adjustable shock towers.
Okay.
So Viking makes coilovers for them now. You can get tubular K-member. You can get everything for these cars.
Okay, so there's more stuff out. It's been years since I researched it.
Yeah. You can, which, the McPherson strut limits it, but you can make it a lot better than factory. I was actually, the reason this car has sat for so long, I actually had the K-member and part of the body all cut out. I was going to build a double A-arm suspension for this, and I got started on it, and then it just sat here until, the other day. And I was like, well, I hadn't cut enough to where I couldn't put it back to stock.
Right.
So I was able to put all the stock stuff back under the front.
I've officially taken up way too much of Cody's time. We're going to get this thing loaded, get him paid, and yeah, we appreciate the work.
Yeah, man. I could talk shop all day.
Yeah, if y'all need fabrication, race prep, anything he described, hit him up. Tell him how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, so I have a Facebook page, Victory Fabrication. I think I still have an Instagram. It's been a while since I posted, but yeah, typically, and I have a website, victoryfabrication.net. So the phone numbers and everything. But yeah, we do pretty much anything, old car, race car, except for body work, and I'll leave it to that guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, it even works on rusty little turds, whatever it takes. But yeah, so all that being said, thanks for sticking around. Check out Cody. Check out some of his builds. If you're ever at a hill climb, he's probably going to be there on the top of the podium. And check out his helpers. Yeah. Thanks for sticking around. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.